Welcome back. It's time to take on Brentford. The transfers might be working. Boys and girls, welcome back to the Evolution of Everton. I, of course, am a Millers. Thank you for joining me once again and joining me on a journey of evolution of Everton as we approach our transition to our new stadium. Right now, though, it's still only November in 2024, and you can see the eagle-eyed amongst you that can see the table behind me. We are currently sat in fifth. Things are going reasonably well, scarily well, in fact, but let's get into it. Let's talk about what's happened since we were last together, right? So, things have gone actually really quite well. I can't complain too much. I really can't. If you look at the fixtures, some of the results we've had, yeah, decent. Decent. It's been a decent October, completely unbeaten in October. November's gone reasonably well. We have just come off the back of a bit of defeat, though, of course, to West Ham, because I can't beat West Ham. They are my bogey team, and that's just something I'm going to have to learn to accept. No matter what's going on, no matter how good my squad is, I cannot beat West Ham. And that's just the reality of it, right? So there we go. I will accept that, and I will move forwards. As you can see, we've progressed through the Carabao Cup and now into the fifth round, and that's the quarter-final, and we have got a Merseyside derby. So spoilers, that's when we're coming back, because you're going to want to see that too, right? However, you can see the results have gone well. Let's have a very, very quick look at the front screen in terms of how people are performing. Lorenzo Luca doing tremendously well, scoring goals for me. He's got 6 in total, not pulling up trees, but he's doing a job that we need him to do, given the fact that we've lost out on Calvert-Lewin, of course. In terms of transfers in, our director of football did manage to pull in one. I think it was, Rio. I think he brought him in. He's brought him in on loan with a view to join him permanently in July. He's back up, in fairness. He's back up. We've brought him in from Celtic, but he's done okay when he's been called upon. He's played in the Cups, as you can see, and he's come on as a sub in the Premier League. He's not, he's not somebody we're going to be calling on frequently. And we've also brought in Sebastian Haller from Dortmund. So that's another good sign we've managed to do in terms of bolstering the squad. And really, that's all we've needed to do, because other than that, our players have been doing reasonably well. Morgan Gibbs-White pulling up trees when it comes to assists, making sure he's getting the ball, working well with Joe Willock and James Garner in that triangle that we have. Our fullbacks are doing jobs. I'm really quite pleased with it. The big standout for me, though, is Luciano Rodriguez, playing fantastically well. 7 assists, 3 goals, really doing what we wanted him to do, or really probably what we wanted Torres to do on the opposite side. Torres, his stats look good, but he's been playing in the Cups, and that's where he's got his goals. That's where he's got his assists. When it comes to the Premier League, it might just be a nudge too far. It might be. But I am a massive, massive fan of Luciano Rodriguez. That's for damn sure. He's doing everything for me, and I'm really pleased with this pickup. So we're in a good place, right? We're doing reasonably well. It's very early. I will accept that, of course, no problem. However, we're doing reasonably well. We're 1 point outside of the Champions League groups. Not that I'm saying we need to be there. I am perfectly happy in here. I think we agreed that actually 8th and 9th would be a great result for us. So right now we're competing with teams where I would expect us to be perhaps next season. So fingers crossed this can carry on. We've got Brentford today. It's going to be a really good test. Brentford have been up here and they've just dropped down in the last couple of games. So it's going to be a test. I will see you in the dressing room. And welcome back. So here you go. This is our starting lineup for the game against Brentford. Really quite strong. Pleased with it. A couple of changes since the last time out against West Ham. So Branthwaite's come back in. Cards on the table. I'm playing Woba a little bit more. He was unhappy. He was looking to try and get a move. I did say, listen, I do want to keep you around. He's our only other centre-half, so I do really want to keep him around. And I've been rotating him with Branthwaite to keep Branthwaite fit, knowing that Tark is obviously 32, so I need to try and keep something in mind. Obviously, as Tark starts to progress, starts to age, so he's going to deteriorate. Knowing that in the future, centre half is an area where we need to strengthen. So I am kind of rotating those guys to give him a bit of first team football. Lodi's going to come back in today. He's not been superb. Mikalenko's been getting a couple of games ahead of him purely because he's nudging the 6.8s. Mikalenko again the same. So he's not doing it for me, but he's not delivering what I would want him to do. I was looking for far more of a connection with Roy, really bombing forwards, particularly as that complete wing back. All right, I have got him on support, but I am asking him to overlap on that right hand side and that left hand side, and I'm not really seeing it a huge amount. So that's the back four. Garner, Gibbs, White, and Willock, they pit themselves for me at the minute. There's my man Rodriguez and Roy on the left hand side, and then Luca's going to start up top for me. Sebastian Haller, he's been okay. Again, played more in the cups than he's played for me in the league. He's not done tremendously well in the league, as you can see. In the cups against the likes of Bristol and Port Vale, yeah, he's a world beater. But not necessarily against the Premier League teams, which isn't a surprise to me. He was brought in as cover. So that's how we're going to line up. Fingers crossed we can try and get a result here at Goodison as we take on Brentford. Let me know what you think about our current league position, if you think it's sustainable or not. I'm comfortable with it not being, right? I'm comfortable with us dropping a little bit. If we can sneak Europe as we approach the end of the final season at Goodison, what a result that will be, by the way. So yeah, really, really, really pleased with that. Let's see how we get on, right? Let me see how we get. I've just completely pressed the wrong team talk there while chunnering on to you, so I've no idea what I pressed in the first instance. Gary, how's the mood in the camp? Buoyant, I think is probably fair to say. We've got a lot of confidence, Gary. Do you look at this match as an opportunity? Form's temporary, class is permanent. No, I think we need to get on the front foot early. I don't really like talking about their form. It's a professional thing. We've got to conduct ourselves as professionals, Gary, as you know. What sort of match are you expecting? Is what football's about? No, I'm hoping that we've got the edge. I'm hoping that we've got the edge, and I am hoping that we have got the edge. Let's get the game underway then. Yeah, do let me know what you think. I'm really pleased with that midfield triangle. I think, if you've watched the previous videos, if you haven't, where to be joining now, go and watch them. You'll realise that I'm really quite pleased with the business we got done in the summer, and it's really starting to bear fruits in the centre of the park. We can look after it now, and that's showing, right? Because actually, we're winning more games than we're losing now. We're really starting to turn teams over where you probably wouldn't have thought we would historically. So yeah, progress has been made. I'm saying all this as we're on the 30th minute, and you've seen absolutely nothing. So that bodes well, doesn't it? Really, really quiet game. And I'm saying it while we're about a 50-50 possession base as well. So we're not exactly dominating. But you'll have to trust me. We're doing okay. Luca's not looking fit at all. What's happened there? I missed what they said. What's wrong, son? Are you struggling? Are you on the bus? What's going on? Are you all right? We're going to let you go back out for the second half because actually, disappointed we've not shot enough. You're far better than Hellier. Don't tell him. Go and do a bit for me in this second half, please. Let's see how he does. Let's see if we can get any kind of a highlight. They've got a highlight, not what you want to see. Free kick from distance. He's shot. Pickford had it covered, I think. It's gone over, so we'll take that. They've nudged it. Oh, there we go. Throw it in their half. Rennan's on the ball. Roy, back out to Garner, back to Rennan, inside to Willock. We've tried to play a triangle. It's not worked. Tarks, he's going to jump for me, though. Back to Branthwaite and into Garner's feet. Good. That Mazzala roll's really working for Willock. Loddy down the left-hand side. He's clipped, looking to find the sixth. Superb. That's what he does. That is what he does. If we can stand crosses up to the back post, he'll do an Erling Haaland. He'll peel to the back post, and he will outjump any kind of fullback and even centre halves at times. Loddy does really well here. Takes his fullback to the byline and just clips. Look at that monster. Superb. Beats Flecken and runs away, shows the Brentford fans exactly what they're missing by not having in up top, and we go 1-0 up. Corner, looking for Luca again. He's won it, but unfortunately this time he's nodded over. 60 minutes. Now, you can argue it's not been the most enjoyable of games so far, and you wouldn't be wrong, but actually we're doing okay. We're creating our own opportunities, and the opportunities we have created in open play we've scored. Another free kick for Brentford. he's hit the beans and Gibbs White's hooked it clear. Delighted to see that go. I'm going to pause and I am going to look after Luca because I do need him. I think we've got Fulham in a couple of days' time, so I do need him. Hallier's going to come on. Unfortunately, I think the deal that our director of football has agreed means we pay a fee every single time he plays. So I have been trying to limit that because, thrifty. But yeah, what can you do? I need to try and look after him. So I'm just going to refresh our forward line. If I'm honest, that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to stick Dwight out there and stick Facundo on the right hand side, and let's just see what we can get. Hopefully, we can continue to push, and if we get another opportunity in the box, at least we know we can hit Hallier because he's another big lad. 10 minutes to go. Brentford making a couple of changes now. They've got a corner. They can hit their own centre forward if they can. Back out to Congo. Shot from distance. They've hit the bar. Let's just look after it. Fine. Gibbs White is knackered. I'm going to do it. Just again thinking about Fulham. We've got a 1-0 lead here. We need to try and hold on to it. And Decore is going to have to go out and do a job for us. There goes the time. It's ticking away and we've taken it. And it's a 1-0 game. Now, look, it wasn't the most delightful thing for you guys to see. I will absolutely appreciate that, right? There are going to be better games that you will see from us. But what this is a team that can look after the football. We've had more ball than they have. And when we've had an opportunity, we've taken it. Right? Now, boring, maybe. Clinical, I would prefer to say. Superb. Yeah, absolutely, because 3 points is exactly what we're looking for, and it nudges us up into fourth place, which we've got no right to be there, but that is where we are because what we're doing is working. It's working. Oh, it's working. Come on. Right, okay. You can see, by the way, we're limiting teams, aren't we? We're limiting teams in the most part. Excuse the Arsenal game, of course, but we're limiting teams. And where we're doing that, actually, when we do get our opportunities, we're scoring goals. And you can't really ask any more of that from the lads. So really, really pleased with how we're doing. Let me know what your thoughts are. I was right. It's Fulham in a couple of days, so we're going to have to rest a couple of the lads. We've got Liverpool in the league at Goodison, but we're going to come back for the quarter final against Liverpool because in the scheme of things, if we can get past those in the Carabao Cup, we've got a right good chance of going somewhere because of the teams that are left in. However, it's a really, really big ask because, of course, Liverpool are up there in the Premier League. They've only just dropped off top spot, and actually, the game in hand, they're 2 games in hand, give them the opportunity to go and take that back. So, actually, it's a real challenge for us. But look, you'll see that in the next one. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, do the like and the subscribe and all of that stuff, please. It really does help me out. If anything, it just makes me feel a bit better on myself. So, honest. Look, thank you for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.